Dear students, Karachi Intermediate Board of Education has recently introduced English model paper for grade 11. You know, proper paper management as well as time management are pretty important. Unless you have proper paper management as well as time management, you won't be able to solve your paper satisfactorily, no matter how well you are prepared. Your English paper carries 100 marks along with 180 minutes altogether. These 100 marks are divided into 3 sections: Section A, Section B, and Section C. Section A carries 20 marks with 20 MCQs, and you have to do all 20 MCQs within 20 minutes time. The calculated time for Section A is 20 minutes. Right after 20 minutes, your MCQ paper will be replaced by descriptive paper. And descriptive paper, is divided into 2 sections, Section B and Section C. Section B is longest and of course more complicated section among all the sections, which carries 50 marks and having 4 subsections along with 16 part questions, and you got to attempt 10 part questions out of 16 part questions within 100 minutes time. That means you are going to solve 1 part question within 10 minutes time, and that is how you are going to complete 10 part questions out of 16 part questions within 100 minutes time. This is brief introduction of Section B, and we are going to come back to discuss Section B in detail after a short while. Now, let's get down to Section C. Section C contains 30 marks with 3 compulsory questions: question number 3, question number 4, and question number 5. And you got to attempt all these 3 questions within 60 minutes time. So 1 question for 20 minutes. So this is brief overview of Section A, Section B, and Section C. And now we are going to talk about Section B in detail. Let's get down to Section B. Now, question 2, that is Section B. And Section B is the lengthiest as well as more complicated among all the sections. Section B is classified, in 4 subsections. Each subsection contains 4 part questions. 4 fours are 16. So you will be given 16 part questions, and you got to attempt 10 part questions out of 16 part questions. But you are not going to attempt these 10 part questions at your will. You got to follow the instructions. According to the instructions, 2 questions got to be attempted from each subsection, and the rest of the 2 from any of the sections, in order to complete 10 part questions. But this is advisable to mark all the 10 part questions before you answer the questions, so that you may avoid any ambiguity. Like, if you are good at prose and you know the answer of all the 4 part questions of Section 1, so you may mark all 4 part questions, and then 2 questions from the rest of the sections. 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, equivalent to 10 part questions. But not necessary that you may know the answer of all the 4 part questions of a particular section. So if you know 3 answers well of section 1. So you may attempt 3-part questions from any other section, and then 2-part questions from rest of the subsections. So now 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 equivalent to 10-part questions. But few of the students normally attempt 2-part questions from each sections first, and then they remake the heading of subsections in order to complete 10-part questions. This is a big mistake. That means they confuse examiner. If examiner is distracted, you are not going to get expected marks. So you got to be careful, in attempting section B, and keep it in your mind that you are going to have 100 minutes to solve section B. That means you are going to have 10 minutes for each part question, but you got to bring the answer of short answer question either in 8 minutes time or 9 minutes time, so that you may save at least 1 minute from each part question, and that 10 minutes will be carried forward. So now here, let me give you yet another tip, which is going to fetch you 4 bonus marks. If you are good at grammar, I would like you to attempt all 4-part questions from section 4. If you get no wrong, you are going to get all 20 maximum marks. Because actually, grammar section is the section which is going to fetch you maximum marks if you get it right. While if we look at descriptive questions, there is always reserved marks, and you never get all maximum marks in descriptive questions. So no matter how well you answer the question, you are going to end up with 4 marks out of 5. But the case is otherwise with section 4. If you get it right, you are going to get 5 maximum marks of each part question. Yes, if you are not well versed in grammar, if you are doubtful, so you better go for descriptive part questions in order to save your skins. So that is how you are going to attempt section B. Let me tell you, you got to be very careful in attempting section B, and you will be having 100 minutes as calculated time. So the better the time management, the better the paper. Now we are going to discuss section C. Now let's talk about section C in detail. Section C carries 30 marks altogether, and you will be given 60 minutes time to attempt all these 3 compulsory questions. But no worry, you may be thinking about choice. Yes, there is a choice, but within questions. While you are going to attempt all 3 given questions, question number 3, question number 4, and question number 5, under the umbrella of section C. There is 10 minutes, rather 20 minutes calculated time for each question of section C. But question number 3 and question number 4 are the kind of questions, if you practice well, you will be able to save 5 minutes time from each question. And these 10 minutes time, which you will be saving by attempting question number 3 and question number 4, the same time, will be utilized in attempting question number 5, because question number 5 of section C, is the lengthiest question, and that requires thought process that requires brainstorming, and brainstorming and thought process take longer time. So, you must have at least 25 minutes to attempt question number 5. Now, let's talk about all these 3 questions in detail. In question number 3, a passage is given to you, and you will be asked either to summarize this passage or reading comprehension. Few questions will be given to you below passage, and you got to answer these questions, actually from the passage if you are not good at summary. But if you are good at making precis writing, so this is advisable to make summary first, right? And now, question number 4. In question number 4, you will be given formal email as well as short report. If you think that you are good at formal email, so you better design formal email. Or if you think that you are well versed in short report on any event, especially given event, so you better go for this. But normally students, are used to sending formal emails to others, so they have got more idea about formal emails rather than short report. So question number 3 has a choice. Question number 4 has a choice as well. Now, let me come down to question number 5. In question number 5, you will be given a narrative account, argumentative essay, and of course, descriptive essay. If you are good at any of the essay or the given account, you are going to choose this. And the time you will be saving, actually by attempting question number 3, question number 4, or from section B. So that time, actually will help you make question number 5 satisfactorily. What happens? Few of the students attempt question number 5 before question number 3 or question number 4. So question number 5, consume lots of time. By the time they come to attempt either question number 3 or question number 4, actually they are short of time. And, pressure mounts. When pressure mounts, the window of wisdom closes. And we try to hurry down our paper. And at the end of the day, actually, we carry regret rather than satisfaction. So if you follow these instructions carefully, so at the end of the day, you are going to be satisfied with your paper management, time management, and of course, the preparation you would have had in the past, and that will also, actually come into action, and all these contribute your satisfaction. So I hope that you are going to take these advice and hang on to the instructions given. So reading instructions carefully is the key. If you do not understand the question and of course the instructions, you are going to lose your bus. And at the end of the day, you are going to carry lots of regrets. So better safe than sorry. And all the luck. Bye-bye.